there's one word I could use to describe this show, it would be filler, and I don't even know her. I'm Joe Rentham with my review of WWE NXT. Want to say quickly, the reason this review is delayed about a day, there was a bad windstorm, knocked out the power. Obviously, you can see things are good now, thanks to the tireless efforts from the utility crews. Make sure to thank your local utility workers because they work really goddamn hard. When things like this happen, bad windstorm, trees down everywhere, they do what they can as quickly as they can, as safely as they can to get power restored. And my God, the amount of work that they have to do is fucking incredible. Make sure to thank them. They do work really goddamn hard. Hopefully, starting next week, everything will be totally fine. The reviews will be up at the normal time, early Thursday for Dynamite, and then, a little bit later Thursday morning for NXT. The bottom line is you'll get them sometime on Thursday instead of getting, this delayed. So I just wanted to apologize. So, this episode is very much a holding pattern. A lot of stuff is just on the surface. I didn't care about a lot of feuds, a lot of matches. There were a couple good things, but a lot of it was just kind of there. Recaps of New Year's Evil, Dusty Classic theme, 3 men's matches, and we find out how many women teams are in the Women's Dusty Classic. 4. Why even fucking have a tournament if you're just going to do 4 fucking teams? Shotzi Blackheart versus Candice LeRae with Indy Hartwell, the Proud Boy ref, the stupid conspiracy nut that shouldn't fucking have a goddamn job with a national wrestling company, though it makes sense given who runs the goddamn wrestling company. He's a fucking idiot, and he's a fucking deathmatch has-been, so no wonder he's a goddamn idiot. They are fighting over a giant toy tank that I know means something to Shotzi because she has family in the military, and that's great. Okay, as far as the wrestling storyline, I don't think it's good. I think it's stupid. I don't think Candice is interesting. I don't think Johnny's interesting. I'll talk about him in a little bit. I care not for this feud. Indy kept trying to interfere. We got a DDT on the apron. I don't know why. Indy got in the way of that dive, if you will. And then later she distracts Shotzi just enough for a swinging neckbreaker off the ropes. 1, 2, 3. Candice wins. Cool. Great. This uninteresting person wins. She can work. She's just not interesting. Lorcan, Birch, and Dunn arrive, and then Finn's in the ring. He puts over O'Reilly and talks about busting his jaw this time to get revenge for Finn getting his jaw broken. And then says, well, whoever wants to come at Finn, you better not miss. You better not miss when you come at Finn. I'm going to keep saying coming at Finn until somebody reacts. And I know that certain Finn fans, I'll just say, will probably be reacting Finn fans. It's like Flim Flam. Anyway, Dunn and Co. arrive. Dunn wants his shot at Finn. I can't wait for that match. Please have it happen at the February takeover. I think that they're actually going to have one on Valentine's Day. Singles Awareness Day. That's what I call it. We get a beatdown. Finn tries to jack it off around 3 other men. O'Reilly comes down to assist, but he's got the bad jaw. And then Strong and Cole, who are going to be in the main event, come down and we get this. And Finn's like, I wonder what's going on here. Maybe Finn gets in the role of, takes the Bobby Fish role, considering Bobby Fish is always getting injured. Hopefully he's all right, but it's like he seems to be injured a lot. Anyway, we then get Gargano getting stilted promo time. It is not that Gargano can't work. It's not that Gargano isn't a good guy. Apparently he is. He's just not an interesting heel, and I don't care for the North American Championship or anything he does. Why is Theory even here? But also, why is he a comedy goof? Hey, here's a gift from this guy. It's the guy. Oh, it's, caricatures that Loomis did. And it's one of Gargano crying, and then one of Theory getting hit in the balls by the tank, because we need to be reminded of that bullshit. Oh, look, we get the grizzled young veterans, Gibson and Drake against Everrise. Cool, I didn't care. It's not that these guys aren't good athletes. I just didn't fucking care one bit. It was fine. Who were the heels? Apparently Everrise were the de facto faces. Ticket to Mayhem, 1, 2, 3. There you go. One hardly needs to go on. Last woman standing recaps, that is. Raquel wants Io in the worst way, or to build a wall around her, apparently, given what Raquel apparently feels. If so, I don't fucking get it. Shotzi interview. She's got her eye on history. She wants a team with Ember Moon. It's Ember's Law, and who talks like this? Who? These women have some natural charisma. I don't understand why they insist on scripting their talents like this. It was not good. And again, both these women can work, and they have charisma, and it was really awkward. They're going to team up, though. Gargano with Theory versus Loomis. Okay. I like Loomis. I really do. And Gargano, again, can work. And Loomis is a very, very, accomplished worker. Why the motherfucker doesn't blink, I don't know. He got upset over a drawing being ripped apart. To be fair, caricatures are pretty hard to do, and he puts in a lot of work, but whatever. Theory gets his hand stepped on later, and then we get a dreaded roll-up, the most devastating maneuver in all professional wrestling. Surprise roll-up, 1, 2, 3, and Gargano gets the victory. But then he slaps on the silence on Theory. Gargano tries to get at him, and then Kushida comes down. They want me to believe that they're going to invest in Kushida for the long term. That is adorable. I love Kushida. I just don't buy it. And you're not going to get me to care about the North American Championship anymore. You pass it around more than Sonny in the locker room in the 90s. I'm not going to care about it anymore. But I hope Kushida beats him for it, for whatever the fuck that's going to mean. How is it that WWE has all these resources and all these great talents and so many people feel the same? I just don't fucking get it. And yes, it takes time to build people, but goddamn, if you're not even going to try to build anybody, at least anybody good, because Gargano at this point is damaged goods, why the fuck are the fans going to care? No wonder the ratings are just like right here. They're just plateauing. Like they're just coasting. No wonder they're able to put it on the network within a day, because USA Networks were like, yeah, we'll put it on here, but you know, we're not getting big ratings, so I mean, why the hell would we care if you put it on the network? We don't care what amount of, viewers watch this, because it's just programming to us. Anyway, done Lorcan and Birch. We run this place, and then Barrett interviews Thatcher and Ciampa. This was, well, they tried. It's the Fight Pit hype. Apparently it's going to happen next week. That's good. I wanted to like this, but I just found it to be... It was less awkward than what Shotzi and Ember did. And then we get Strong and Cole and O'Reilly talking about the recent events and what's going to happen in the main event. O'Reilly accompanying them to ringside, and then we get Swerve and Atlas versus MSK, the former Rascals. Fun fact, I forget what his name is now, but Desmond Xavier, the one with the afro, in case you don't know, former Rascals and Impact, he was actually in the main event of an indie show that I went to about 2 years ago. And during an outside moment, he actually, you know how sometimes they'll land in a chair? Well, unfortunately, I was sitting in the chair that Desmond Xavier landed in, and security's trying to get me out of the way, and I'm like, I can't. I have a 180-pound man on my lap. What the hell do you want me to do? Fun little fact there. It was well worked. It was. This is actually probably the best, tag team match of the night. Swerve kept trying to get Atlas to come over to the dark side. We have cookies. And dives aplenty. We get tons of moves, a 2 count. We get a blockbuster for 3. Cool. MSK get the victory. And, all right. I again, didn't quite catch their names. I'll try to catch them next time, because they kept saying this stuff all fast. But MSK got the victory, and then this isn't the last that we hear from them, so it's Candice and Indy, Casey and Caden, Mercedes and Tony, Shotzi and Ember, 4 teams in the Women's Dusty Classic. Cool, great, that's good. Scarlett is basically a Bowsette cosplay come to life. I've just figured that out right now. That's basically what she is, months and months after the whole Bowsette craze. That fucking hell, that was frightening. She's doing tarot card readings for everybody. I assume it's maybe boobs. Boobs apparently were what the cameraman were thinking about, because they were zooming in on them a lot. Okay, Zaya Boa and the Grudge Ghost. Who is this Grudge Ghost? Is it Mako? Is it Karen Q? Is it somebody they nabbed from a local supermarket? Who is this person? And why should I care? Zaya squashes some jobber and I don't know who it is. I like Zaya Lee. This is fucking stupid. This is ridiculous. The vignettes, all that shit, the Asian snuff film stuff, this wasn't good. And then the Grudge Girl says, no, do more shit. We need to fill time. Apparently she's a production director. Just do it. Do something. Do something. And she beats the shit out of her. And cool. All right. And then Casey and Caden says, keep overlooking us. You're both 4'5". That's kind of easy to do. And then we get Swerve and Atlas and a pull apart, and Bronson is upset at Swerve. And then we get Breezango, Strong, and Cole in a Dusty Classic first round. If it's fine, Dunn and Lorcan and Birch show up and they attack O'Reilly. Cole and Strong do not see this. O'Reilly gets taken out. Balor tries to help. All this fracas. O'Reilly gets taken out, into the barricade. That was a pretty cool move. And it got messy. Super kick out of the air, sort of. 1, 2, 3. So Strong and Cole get the victory, and everybody moves on with their lives. That's it. That's all I got. Agree, disagree, what I said. Like, share, subscribe. Twitter handle in the description. I'm John Ritlin. I'll see you soon.